Welcome to FinPod, your daily financial digest. I am Evan, and we are here to break down the day's market action. FinPod is brought to you by Fintwit.ai, your go-to platform for real-time trading signals from X and expert stock recommendations. Let's dive in. Sea Limited is making waves today, surging over 13%. The company reported first quarter revenue of $7 billion, which comfortably beat analyst expectations. Investors are clearly looking past a slight earnings per share miss, focusing instead on the massive 47% year-over-year revenue growth and record results from its e-commerce arm, QUBT. United Health Group is also in the spotlight, moving up 3% today. The stock is reacting to positive sentiment regarding its diversified healthcare services and stable outlook. Freeport-McMoRan is another mover, up over 2%, likely catching a tailwind from a broader rebound in copper prices and industrial metals. On the flip side, Nextracker fell about 0.7% today, despite seeing significant volatility in pre-market action. Finally, quantum computing saw a massive rally of nearly 16%. The company beat both revenue and earnings expectations for the first quarter, with revenue jumping to nearly $4 million from just under $40,000 in the same quarter last year, largely fueled by recent acquisitions in the photonics space. It was a relatively quiet session for the major indexes. The S&P 500 and the Dow finished slightly higher, while the Nasdaq and the Russell 2000 closed down about 0.6%. The market sentiment seems cautious as investors weigh mixed earnings reports against macroeconomic factors. We are seeing some sector rotation as investors move away from tech-heavy growth stocks, which weighed on the Nasdaq today, and into more stable defensive sectors. In the AI economy, the theme remains infrastructure and integration. We continue to see massive capital expenditure trends focused on data centers and chip manufacturing. Companies like QUBT Electronics, which reported strong earnings today, are highlighting their integrated portfolio of advanced chips and thermal management as key drivers for AI infrastructure demand. Meanwhile, private AI players continue to focus on scaling, with major partnerships still being the primary headline grabbers in the space as companies race to build the next generation of AI models. Looking at other stocks in focus today, Zebra Technologies surged over 11% after beating earnings estimates and raising its full-year outlook. Conversely, Qualcomm and Intel faced significant pressure, with both seeing declines exceeding 9% as investors reacted to broader concerns within the semiconductor and chip-making sector. In earnings news, we had several companies reporting today. JD.com reported revenue of 316 billion yuan, a 5% increase year over year, and saw its retail operating margins reach record highs, which helped the stock gain over 3%. Vodafone, however, struggled, dropping over 7% after reporting full-year results that highlighted ongoing competitive pressures in the European market, particularly Germany. Finally, JBS saw a decline of over 2% following its latest results. To wrap things up, today was defined by strong earnings-driven momentum for companies like Sea Limited and quantum computing, while broader tech weakness weighed on the Nasdaq. We saw clear divergence between companies successfully monetizing their AI and infrastructure investments versus those facing macro headwinds in Europe or competitive pressures in electronics. Thanks for tuning in to FinPod. If you enjoyed this episode, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Leave us a comment if there is a specific stock or sector you want us to cover next. And remember, for stock recommendations, visit fintwit.ai.